Welcome to News Hour with Rosio TV. Here's the headline in brief. Trump invites Pastor Kumuyi to his inauguration as the 47th U.S. president. Federal lawmaker struggles with grammar and House terminologies in Federal Assembly. Uproar in House as police chief fails to present budget copies to lawmakers. Low vote turnout marks Osun State local government election. Now to the news in full. Trump invites Pastor Kumuyi to his inauguration as 47th U.S. president. United States President-elect Donald Trump has invited Pastor Williams Folowosho Kumuyi, founder and general superintendent of the Deeper Christian Life Ministry, to attend his inauguration on January 20th. The event will mark Trump's swearing in as the 47th President of the United States. The invitation, confirmed by Larry Ross Communications, highlights Pastor Kumuyi's global influence as a respected Christian leader. At 83 years old, Pastor Kumuyi has dedicated his life to spreading Christian values through his ministry, which has impacted millions worldwide. This news follows the recent inclusion of another prominent Nigerian gospel artist, Nathaniel Bassey, who was invited to minister at Trump's inaugural prayer breakfast. The prayer breakfast, which will precede the main inauguration event, will feature reflections, prayers, and gospel music, emphasizing the importance of faith in leadership. Pastor Kumuyi's presence at the inauguration is viewed as a milestone for Nigerian Christian leaders on the global stage. Known for his humility, a steadfast dedication to the gospel, Kumuyi is expected to share insights on the role of Christian principles in fostering unity and societal progress. His ministry, which is renowned for its emphasis on education, morality, and community service, has made him a revered figure both in Nigeria and internationally. The invitation has been met with widespread celebrations by members of the Deeper Life Ministry and Christians across Nigeria, who sees it as recognition of Kumuyi's lifelong commitment to faith and leadership. As Trump's inauguration approaches, the inclusion of prominent religious leaders like Pastor Kumuyi highlights the intersection of faith and governance, offering a message of hope and unity amidst global challenges. It is a significant moment for the Nigerian faith community and the broader global Christian movement. Lawmakers struggle with grammar and House terminologies in Federal Assembly. A Nigerian federal lawmaker has drawn public attention following a display of linguistic errors and apparent unfamiliarity with legislative terminologies during a recent session of the Federal House. The incident, which has sparked widespread discussion, highlights the challenges some representatives face in effectively communicating and navigating the complexities of legislative proceedings. During the session, the lawmaker mispronounced key words multiple times, causing confusion among colleagues and observers. Additionally, he appeared uncertain about commonly used legislative terms, stumbling over the proper phrasing for motions and proposals. These errors disrupted the flow of the session and raised concerns about the preparedness and competence of elected officials to represent their constituencies effectively. Critics argue that the incident underscores the broader issues of inadequate preparation and training for lawmakers. Serving in the Legislative Assembly requires a strong grasp of language, policy, and procedural norms, yet some representatives may lack the necessary skills to perform these roles effectively. In response to the incident, calls have emerged for enhanced orientation and training programs for lawmakers, particularly those due to the Assembly. Proponents argue that such initiatives would equip representatives with communication skills and knowledge required to contribute meaningfully to legislative discourse. While the incident has attracted criticism, it also serves as a reminder of the importance of continual professional development for public officials. Ensuring that lawmakers are well prepared to engage in legislative processes is essential for fostering accountability, transparency, and effective governance in a democratic system.
Of my amendment, yes.
I rise to move the motion as the decision move as amended. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I move to rescind the decision, the resolution of the first motion. I move.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, sorry, sir. I rise and I move to the issue to recite
the resolution of the first amendment.
Thank you.
Uproar in Federal House as police chief fails to present budget copies to lawmakers. Chaos erupted during the Federal House session in Nigeria after the police chief failed to provide lawmakers with copies of the proposed budget while reading a different document. The incident, which unfolded during a critical discussion on the nation's security expenditure, sparked heated arguments and led to some lawmakers walking out of the meeting in protest. According to sources, lawmakers were expecting to review the police budget in detail, but the police chief arrived unprepared to meet procedural expectations. Instead of distributing the budget document, he began reading from a different text, leaving the legislators confused and frustrated. Attempts by some lawmakers to gain clarity were met with vague responses, further aggravating the situation. Tensions reached a boiling point when some members accused the police chief of undermining the legislative processes by disregarding protocol and transparency. Amid shouts of disapproval, a faction of lawmakers stormed out of the session, citing a lack of accountability and respect for their legislative authority. Speaking to journalists after the walkout, a senior legislator described the incidents as an embarrassment to the nation's democracy, emphasizing that budget presentations must follow due process to ensure transparency and proper scrutiny. The absence of the budget document has drawn criticism from various quarters, with analysts warning that such lapses undermine trust between the executives and legislative arms of the government. Calls have since been made for improved coordination and accountability in handling sensitive national matters. This incident highlights the growing tensions between lawmakers and the executive arm over procedural adherence and the need for greater respect for legislative processes in Nigerian governance.
From Osun State. Mr. Chairman, I don't know if I'm the only person, but I doubt. What the IGP is reading is quite different from the document we have in. We are all here for budget. It's very, very important that whatever they are presenting, all members will be acquainted with it. You can't give me a copy after this. It's not the same thing. The details are not here, like the zonal offices he has mentioned. They are not captured here. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Please, Senator, please.
Mr. Chairman, can you
Make it easy. It is our decision within the leadership of this committee to allow IG to summarize his presentation.
No, Chairman, we're not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry. We must do the right thing. We are not in the chamber. You are there to wait for and collecting it. You have it. It's not in this copy. What is written is a new copy was sent to you. Check and see it. If you just have a copy, ask for the copy. This is not a big deal. You ask for the copy. The copy is there available.
Point of order, Chairman.
There is a point of
I'm still on the floor. I'm still on the floor, Mr. Chairman.
We need the opinion of all the members. Can we allow IG to proceed with what is reading?
No, we don't have the copy. Then I will leave. I will leave the copy. What are we reading now? What do you want to do? Leave.
Mr. Chairman, please go. Mr. Chairman, point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Mr. Chairman.
Low vote turnout marks Ondo State local government election. The Ondo State local government election held today, January 18, 2025, witnessed a significantly low voter turnout following the withdrawal of the People's Democratic Party from the race. The PDP, one of Nigeria's major political parties, announced its decision to pull out earlier, citing alleged irregularities in the electoral processes and a lack of fairness. Polling units across the states were characterized by empty voting booths and minimal activity, with electoral officials and security personnel present but largely idle. Reports from Akure, Owo, and other key local government areas indicated that voters' apathy was widespread, with many residents expressing disinterest or frustration over the lack of competition in the elections. Speaking to journalists, a voter in Akure said there is no point in voting when the major opposition party is not participating. It feels like a one-sided contest. The ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) is now expected to dominate the polls, as most other participating parties lack the political influence to pose a significant challenge. However, political analysts warn that the low voter turnout undermines the credibility of the election and raises questions about the legitimacy of the results. In response to the situation, the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission acknowledged the low turnout but maintained that the election process was free and fair. We are committed to ensuring transparency, and the results will reflect the will of the people who choose to participate, an ODIAC official stated. The PDP's withdrawal and the ensuing voter apathy underscore the urgent need for electoral reforms in Nigeria to restore public confidence and ensure robust political competition. The final results of the elections are expected to be announced within the next 48 hours. Thank you for tuning in. This is News Hour, which was YoTV. Thanks and bye.